And now, from the Cave of Wonders, live in the presence of gods, welcome to the Rain Man Show.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome. Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
I forgot your name for a second.
I know.
Yeah. I might be a little buzzed.
Is that why?
That's what happens when we do another show first now, the Patreon show, because I usually don't start drinking wine until after the first hour. But now with the Patreon show, I'm like, I'm just going to fucking drink.
You're just blitzkrieg and booze now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That should give us a good show, right?
Hopefully.
When has that ever hurt?
Why is your mic messing up?
I don't know.
Jesus. Give me a second here. Yeah. Go ahead, Thomas.
All right. Whoa,
oh my
that's
Lord.
somehow worse.
What the hell is happening?
Couldn't tell you.
All right, let's try again.
All right. How about now?
Did you change the mic setting a little bit?
I have no settings to change.
No, I'm talking about the position, I should say.
I moved it up?
Quit touching it. Don't touch it. It's very sensitive.
Is that your excuse?
Yeah. All right, say hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. How's it going tonight?
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
All right. So drinking wine from a can is my new thing. Don't you laugh, Thomas Callie.
How can I not laugh?
You don't even know how to speak at a mic correctly.
Apparently. Yeah. Or was it the wine had something to do with the
Maybe.
back end?
You know what? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm drinking on the job. Maybe that rule was set in place years ago by employers because of that. But the thing is, when you're your own employer, no rules apply to me.
So fuck it.
I mean, I can sexually harass every single one of you right now if I want to.
You kind of have.
I mean, I kind of do every show, don't I?
Yeah.
That's a form of harassment.
We're not about to start a movement.
I think I need to do a little introspective and think about that. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that anymore.
While you're drinking wine? Just a little sip and
Let me finish this can of wine.
It's wine.
Then I will rethink and reassess my life, Thomas.
Why have you moved to cans?
Well, Bobby, of all people, kind of gave me the idea. I've heard about it for quite some time now, but none of the stores have sold it until recently. And then Bob sent me an image. I don't know where he was at. I think it was like a barbecue. He was at some barbecue or something, and he sent me a photo of a canned wine. I'm like, oh, I need that. So then I went to the store, and sure enough, they have a whole entire section now.
That's been cleared out since you went there.
So stupid. I think it's a new hipster thing because it's right next to the hipster beer. You know, the craft beers is right next to it. So I'm like, I'll give it a whirl.
You like it?
I actually, I was surprised. I was expecting it to taste really bad because I am a wine snob. I like wine. That's what I drink. So I expected it to be garbage, and I was pleasantly surprised it actually tastes good, and it tastes better than boxed wine because I've tried boxed wine and I can't get into it.
The aluminum doesn't affect it enough.
It obviously it doesn't. I was surprised. It's pretty fucking good.
Huh.
Watch, I'm going to take a sip right now. Watch my face as I enjoy as it goes down my gullet.
Or is it that you've been drinking enough to where you don't care about the taste anymore?
Hold on. I'm trying to swish it in my mouth, actually.
Oh, Jesus. Lovely.
Oh, this is
That's
so
for everyone.
good.
That should be a drop. That's so sexy.
Oh, wow.
You know, I've never done that before.
You've never gargled?
Nope. There have been some douchebags. When I go to a lot of wine tastings.
With the sommeliers and all that shit.
Yeah, and I've seen some douchebags do that. But for the most part, all I do and what they do, take a good sip and swish it around in your mouth slowly. You don't want to look like you're trying to do it, but you do want to get it through your teeth and through your gums because that's where the taste buds are, along with the tongue. You want to get all of that flavor there. The taste buds obviously are not in your gums. That would be against science. However,
how much of that canned wine have you had?
However, I like
six pack.
I like when Ryan knows I said something stupid. He face palmed.
So let me ask you. Okay, so
I didn't even call him out
I wish
on
the
that.
camera was on Ryan because he literally face palmed.
So, hi guys, I'm here. But secondly, so when does it become white trash? Like you're like,
that's a good question.
I've had a 24 pack of fucking wine, bro. Like,
well, they don't sell 24 packs.
Oh, no,
it's not like
6-pack.
It's not like Old Milwaukee.
Or does it come as like
individual cans? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're $7 a can. At least the ones I have now.
$7 a can.
Yeah.
What is this, a
can't be
baseball
worth it.
game?
Well,
Holy shit.
Well, the guy that obviously it's a new item and they've never rang it up before because I hit the,
He bought a 24 pack.
I hit, checkout number 3 where the lowly Mexican guy was checking things out.
Oh, you got the box wine.
No, I had 3 cans.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
And they come up as 9 and he kept checking the price because I don't think he realized it was wine. He thought he was screwing me over like something
Right.
happened. He thought they were soda, or cerveza,
You should,
which is only about what?
He's like, man,
$2.
This rings up way higher than Dos Equis.
Oh my god.
The most stereotypical accent ever.
That's the whole point.
It's like
That was a
worst.
perfect accent too.
yeah, with a perfect accent.
I like how Mike says stereotypical. Tony's like, spot on, dude.
Spot
you nailed
on.
it.
Tony's he's great with racist dialect. He's
Yeah.
all that is perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think of Jose and Hose B.
Yeah.
So it's $9 a can.
No, about $6 to $7,
$6 to $7,
depending on
okay.
which one. Yeah,
And
if you want the Pinot Noir or just the red table wine,
so
the Grigio is a little cheaper. The white wine.
So did they put like wine in a can because like hipsters can't figure out how to use like a cork fucking remover, or like they're like, man, I want this easy.
They didn't want it to look too much like a sex utensil.
Right.
Oh,
So it has to be
that
canned.
makes sense.
I don't know. It's just something new that I've seen pop up, on websites
Yeah.
pertaining to wine, but I have not seen it here in the Valley. So when I saw that Bob had one, I went to the store and they had an entire section that wasn't there, and I'm enjoying it.
Obviously, you're drunk.
No, no, I'm not drunk. I would never do that to the listeners. I'd never do a show drunk ever.
Oh
Again.
my! Wow, is this the live?
After
Is
this, after this time.
Oh, after this.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It's like when I was a kid and, Christian guilt told me masturbation was wrong.
I'll never do
So
it again.
I'm like, I'm never going to do this again.
Once I finish.
And then like 5 minutes later, I'm
You're
like,
like, man, I got to jizz again.
I just saw the Lowrider magazine again.
Low, right. Dun, 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 dun.
I love those chicks on Lowrider.
yeah.
Don't judge me. You remember those Lowrider magazines?
Oh, dude, yeah,
right?
absolutely. I remember the Sears catalog.
Oh, those were the days. See, Thomas is too old, too young.
Yeah,
Like before the internet,
dude, Victoria's.
Thomas,
You would get the
before the
Victoria's
internet,
Secret.
Thomas, you had no choice but to go for that Sears catalog.
Dude,
And you went
Tom-
right to the lingerie section.
Thomas has no idea what dial-up is and AOL, and you had to watch
I had dial-up and AOL. You had to wait for the lightning bolt to run across the screen for the guy at the key to go through the door.
Motherfucker.
And if mom picked up the phone, you were fucked.
Yeah. Mom, I'm trying to look at Playboy.com.
Back when people used to actually go to Playboy.com.
Yeah.
That was the first website I actually went to.
Is that still
That's the first
I wouldn't be
gonna go
surprised
look
if that
at
was
it.
the first website made.
for
No
the first
joke.
internet.
I think it was the first website I went to. Like, oh shit, we got the internet. My mom left the home. First thing I checked, I'm going to try Playboy.
Dude, there's not even naked chicks on here now. That's a
No. They kind of got away from that and then went back to it when they realized their
we're hemorrhaging money.
their meager subscription base actually dropped even lower when they announced that. In fact, Tony, didn't you cancel when they took away because you have a subscription?
Yeah. No, as soon as
Ryan laughs, but Tony actually does have a subscription.
No, I mean I had a subscription to the magazine, and when they announced that, oh, no more new models, I said fuck it. Bye.
Yeah.
Man,
What about the transgender spread? Did you take a look at that one?
they had one of those.
Transgender spread?
Yeah, they had a transgender spread. You don't remember that?
No.
It made all types of headlines.
I never got that.
Well,
issue.
probably the reason I didn't.
It was
see
post-op. It was post-op.
Probably the reason I didn't see it is because I'm not into transgenders.
Oh.
So I didn't. That didn't
But you
hit
didn't
my
have-
news
you
headlines.
didn't have curiosity, though?
No.
Oh, I
Not
was
at all.
curious to see what they're working with. That's not because
Did you
I'm
look?
I've seen transgenders naked. It doesn't do anything for me. I
Yeah.
think because in my mind, I know it was a man at one point.
Right. It's a dick. That's the dick.
Yeah,
It's
so
it's a pushed in.
I'm
dick.
not saying it's a pushed in dick.
That's what it is.
Jesus Christ.
You know that's
it
what
goes
it is.
inside and out.
It's not
yeah.
pushed in. It's split right down
What?
the middle.
It's split and pushed in.
Yeah.
Ow. So like,
I'm not saying you should. I'm not.
It's
I'm
a
not.
holster now.
oh my god, it's a cock holster.
What are you, like some type of transgender gunslinger?
This town ain't big enough for the two pieces.
It's high noon.
Thomas, you ain't big enough for this holster.
Oh my god. My holster's 7.2 inches. Yours is 6.9.
I can assure you, hon, I ain't no quick draw.
Offensive cowboy Tony.
Oh man.
Now, excuse me while I go get my Navajo friend over there.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm looking at the I'm looking at the Playboy's, like, the spread right now. I don't even know if this counts as, like, I don't think I would make fun of you if you said, yeah, man, I fucking hit that. I'd be like,
it's attractive, right?
I'd be like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's a woman. They identify that and they make themselves look as if. I mean, if you're going to identify as that,
I don't think
why would you continue to try to look like a man? You're going to try to make yourself look like what you want to be.
I'm just telling you, dude, like, if you walked up and said, hey, man, I hit that. I'd be
now, if that was on your dating app, because you remember when you accidentally, you went on a date with someone who didn't tell
Honestly,
you they were transgender.
I don't know,
and you
man,
were the polite gentleman.
Yeah.
Or not gentlemen, we don't, genderless
right.
now.
I was a gentle person.
Yeah, gentle person.
Gentle thing.
And, you stayed the entire date.
Yeah, I was nice.
But you knew it was a man.
Right.
Now, you're not into that, so you never called them back, but you were very polite and finished the entire date and paid for dinner.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I treated it as a date.
Like, yeah, which is, I'll be honest with you, which is more than I would have done, unless they were upfront and told me. And I chose to go on the date. Right. I think even within their circles in the community,
that's considered rude.
I think to them that's not right. You're supposed to inform people. I believe. I know we have several transgender listeners. Please set me straight.
I would. Yeah, I honestly, I'd like to know too. To be honest, no, dude.
So this was your date. Would you?
I can't say that I mean, it depends. Obviously, depends on the evening goes, right? But like,
okay, if that person on that Playboy spread went to your dinner, she swiped right. Is that what it is? Swipe right? Mm-hmm. Okay, she swiped right.
Yep.
And you went to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's where you went, right?
Yeah.
I remember everything.
She should have left you then.
Yeah.
That was her decision, not mine.
Yeah. The person you went on the date with actually didn't want you to call her back.
Yeah.
Took her to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hey, that wasn't my choice.
So if the woman you went on the date with actually looked like
the Playboy spread,
you might actually,
you know what? I would
seal the deal.
I'd smash.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? Well, I don't come, so that doesn't matter anyways. But you know what though, dude? Like, I look at this and I think, you know, how can you make fun of me for that? Like there's no angle where you can come at me like, dude, that was a dude. It's like, that looks like a fucking woman to me.
Yeah.
You know, like,
all right. Well, we just heard from the most manly man on the network. So
Tony hasn't said anything.
Tony, what about you, Tony?
Okay, Tony.
Yeah.
Really? Would you throw your mom off the cliff for her?
That one, I don't know. I'm not.
Get out of my house, Mom. I'm about to smash this.
She's doable.
See?
She's doable.
See? That's what I'm saying, dude.
I could handle the holster.
Oh. I just hope, like, what if, here's like the question maybe, okay, so you go out with her for a little bit, and then did you ask the question, like, hey, how big was it when you had it?
No.
Yeah.
Is that, do you be like, are you like, hey, you know, am I bigger than you? Or am I smaller than you? Like, where are we at?
Do you have flashbacks?
Yeah. I wonder if you have a phantom
Is there
limb.
phantom dick syndrome? Like, it's not that. I was literally thinking the same thing at the same time. Like, I'm thinking, does she have phantom cock syndrome?
Because I'm very insecure about my sexual utensil.
Yeah.
And what if you were, let's say you married a transgender and everything was good, right?
Right.
And she's looking at your penis and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll take what I can get, I guess. But in her mind, she's like, damn, my fucking dick was way bigger than that.
Right. I always think about that.
Like the lines are blurred because back in the old days, you just had to worry about the X. Did the X have the bigger dick than me?
Right. Now it's like, did she have a bigger dick
than me? That's a whole level of insecurity.
Oh my God. How do you even
Finkel is Einhorn and Einhorn is Finkel.
Oh my God. I think about that, man. I'm like, man, I wonder if her dick was bigger than mine.
Yeah,
like, am I pleasuring her?
We're so dudes. Only dudes think that way. We're banging a chick and we're like, I wonder if her dick was bigger than mine.
That's hilarious.
At that time when you start thinking, do you go soft then?
Oh my God.
Like, I'm just so confused.
I probably wouldn't think about it because, again, if I were to seal the deal, I couldn't think about it because I'm not attracted to men.
Yeah.
So I would have to not think about it. It would have to be I wouldn't even really want to discuss it, honestly.
You never bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's smart. Like when you accidentally fart, you know, you just don't. I didn't talk about it.
It never happened. Yeah.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Thomas, what about you? The most by questionable by mysterious individual.
So Thomas, you're going to want to Google.
I got
Oh, you got it.
Of course he did.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he pulled it up.
Would you, Thomas, and be honest, would you seal the deal?
Would you lay pipe?
Really?
Yes.
3 for 3. 3 for 3.
I don't even have to look. I won't.
Really?
I just can't. I've seen very hot ones, but there's something because I know it was a man. If I didn't know, then yeah, obviously. If they're hot, they're hot. But I don't think I could.
This is a straight up serious question. Okay, like I am curious about this,
but I could. I could bone.
Does the dick
a transgender male who was a former female
that got a penis
that identifies?
Wait.
You are confused.
I'm confused. Hold on.
You're talking.
Maybe we should just let this topic go. We're going to offend somebody.
So you would do a female who at one point became a male and now went back to female.
No.
Jesus God. You're going down the rabbit hole
Okay.
twice.
This is like Inception sexuality.
Yes, it is.
So you would, if you didn't know, Mike, be okay with man transitions into woman and you never knew. But you also think you'd be okay with woman transitions into man, but keeps the lower part.
Wait, repeat that again.
Woman transitions into man,
okay,
but doesn't
has
have
the lower part. Still has vagina.
Yeah.
Yes, because in my mind,
it's still a woman.
In my caveman mind, yes, it's still a woman, even though she identifies or he identifies as a male. I would probably.
Interesting.
So my question here
is that, am I being a bigot?
No, absolutely. No. You're into what you're into, dude. Like, that's not being a bigot.
You're not hating anybody.
No.
I feel bad, but I don't think. Like, send me that photo. Let me see if I change my mind. Send me the photo. I can't see that.
You can't see that.
I can't see it.
You blind?
Okay, what's her name?
INES.
Wait, INES.
Rau. RAU.
RAU. Okay. Playboy spread, or do I Google that?
Any of them?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, Playboy spread.
Any hesitations on that?
Yeah.
She looks like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, it's just skinny.
Without all the
plastic
surgery, which is surprising, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She looks better.
She's attractive.
She is.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know, I would, yes, but because I would know, I just couldn't do it.
Now, here's my question.
And not because of shame, just because the attraction would be cut.
Yeah, that's not being a bigot. That's just, so my question is when they have the surgery and I am going to town, okay? I'm plowing, right?
Yeah, sometimes you can feel the end of the road.
I'm just saying, can you feel the difference in a real vagina and the surgery?
If the gun holster isn't long enough for your penis, you'll feel it.
That is how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious about that. The holster's got to be long enough. Yeah, so like Thomas would never have to worry about that.
Then. So then you would want her to have had a bigger dick than you.
Oh my! So that's how you tell she had a bigger dick. If her holster's not long enough.
Oh.
If you're hitting the end, your
this is so interesting to me. Like,
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a good conversation. This is premium content.
It has to be a high quality holster.
Yeah. But then what
genuine leather.
So then, so now, so say you got, you're 7 inches, right? And you hit the end, you're like, yeah.
So then
but what if you?
I don't think that's accurate.
What if you're 7 inches and you
a bit.
don't hit the end? You're like, oh shit, she had a bigger dick than me.
I feel better.
I'm not trying to like make fun. I really want to know. I'm curious about that.
I know.
Are you gonna play with your holsters when you get home?
Of course I'm gonna play with mine's not a holster, mine's the pistol. I don't have a holster. Mine's not inside. Or excuse me, split.
All right. So let's go ahead and change gears here.
Let's change holsters.
All right. So been reading, Thomas, a lot of headlines to kind of catch up with everything.
Okay. What are we talking about now?
Well, Netflix has changed some rules when it comes to employment.
Oh, great.
Yes, and their new training on sexual harassment has leaked and has gone viral. Apparently, Netflix will no longer tolerate human interaction because they have instituted a 5-second rule.
You no longer tolerate human interaction.
Yeah. You cannot stare at someone more than 5 seconds. on set of a Netflix
Are you
produced.
fucking kidding me?
According to these reports.
Now the 5-second rule is, it's not rape yet.
Oh my God!
I'm looking at somebody.
Rape? I thought it was food. I thought if you drop something,
No, that's what I'm saying. They changed the rule.
Ryan's face is like he's ashamed of you right now.
They changed the rule. Apparently, you can't look at anybody for 5 seconds.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's assault.
Hold on a second.
Wait, so you're trying to say? Let me backtrack just a second, Tommy. You're saying that you could put your penis in someone
No.
without consent for 5 seconds?
You can put it in their holster for 5 seconds.
Jesus Christ!
As long as he looks away.
Yeah. Hold on. So
He looks away, and
So-
I'm not making eye contact.
Yeah, so you put it in, and you're looking, and it's 4.6 seconds, and then you look away like, this is not happening.
That's why you gotta approach them from behind now.
You don't have to tell him just a tip anymore. According to Thomas, you just as long as it's just for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
See, so my question here is like, okay.
I'm serious though.
I need to take a break. All right, go ahead.
They're at a point where you can't look at another human being for more than a certain amount of time. Otherwise, it's assault of some kind, and on the same level as the Me Too movement, which was about sexual assault and rape. That's what they're saying.
Right, yes. So let me get this straight. I'm on a Netflix show. I'm a famous actor.
What if you're having a conversation?
Right. Or how about this?
That's not allowed.
Okay. How about this though? I'm a famous actor. I'm on a Netflix show, and there's a sex scene. Am I not allowed to look at my co-star for 5 seconds while I'm doing a sex scene?
I'm sure they're not talking actors. Are they
talking like cast or crew?
Yeah, PAs, directors, ACs, ADs.
I'll spin another scenario. I'm a boom mic guy on whatever show.
Don't make eye contact. Look at
Yeah, I'm not
look
allowed.
Look at your feet, bitch.
But she's in a sex scene. I'm not allowed to watch the sex scene.
Technically, those are closed sets already.
Right.
The cameraman though can't look now. The cinematographer can't look.
All sex scenes now look like the camera guy's jerking it because he has no idea how to control it.
I think I got it. I don't know. I mean, I put the camera there and then I walked away. So who fucking knows?
All right.
Jesus, that's amazing.
So Netflix film crews banned from looking at each other for longer than 5 seconds in Me Too crackdown.
Stupid.
That's fucking absurd.
The streaming service says it is proud of the anti-harassment training we offer to our productions.
Stupid.
Netflix has introduced new anti-harassment training in the wake of the Me Too movement that rocked Hollywood and seriously disrupted production on its House of Cards show.
I mean, killed it in its tracks.
Right. Instead of penalizing everybody for having basic human interaction with each other,
right,
you should probably just fire the people
who are creepy,
who did who assaulted individuals.
Like the people that are creepy and
it's that bullshit rule that happened in elementary school when one fucking kid would run around and yell and not be quiet, so they punish the entire class and say no one gets recess.
That's why we beat that kid.
Yeah.
Like, hey, motherfucker, you want to spin on the tire?
You're no longer allowed to look at anyone longer than 5 seconds. No lingering hugs. No flirting, which is completely subjective.
And no putting your penis in for less than 5 seconds, Thomas.
Right.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
So you guys realize I'm sexually assaulting
for
all
a
of you right
colleague's phone number.
I just sexually assaulted
shit, Ryan just sexually assaulted
They don't want that. Now, the article says new rules imposed on set reportedly include no looking at anyone for longer than 5 seconds.
Stupid.
No lingering hugs. No flirting, and no asking for a colleague's phone number.
That's bullshit.
Now,
how do you work?
If you're in the middle of working, then I understand you shouldn't be fraternizing anyway. You should be working. So these rules should go unsaid. However, when you're off the clock, you're in the lunchroom, you're on break, who cares if you ask for someone's phone number? If the other person says no, then end of story. Yeah. Now, if the person harasses, then fire
the fuck out of them.
Yes, exactly.
Well, what if you got a project and you're like, I can't ask my coworker to text them, say, hey man, do you have that thing done? Or like, I just don't understand that. This whole thing is like, I can't look at someone for more than 5 seconds. Holy shit, dude. Like
I would look at Thomas right now for 5 seconds. Let's see how hard it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a long time.
I mean, that's a long time.
So if you are looking
now
at
give me
someone,
your phone number. But seriously though, okay, so you can't ask for a phone number, but is it wrong if all of a sudden say, oh, here's my number?
Right. I can give it, right?
Look at Tony looking for the loophole.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, dude.
He's a lawyer for Morgan
He's
Freeman.
like, hey, so I know we got that project. Here's my number.
Yeah. All right, everyone, welcome to set today. Day 1 of shooting the new season of House of Cards. Now, just let's go over the new rules here. You can no longer breathe when you come to set.
This is a closed air set.
Second, you cannot get a boner.
Ever.
That's correct. Even if it's an accidental boner,
We'll pat you down.
we will find out, and you will be fired immediately.
There are
We will cut that off.
company-issued chastity cages for everyone.
We will cut off your sex utensils.
And believe us, we will know if you get a boner, and you will be prosecuted and fired. There's this guy. You ask us how. How would we know?
We'll be looking at it for 4.6 seconds.
Well, there's a guy who engineered this on the radio by the name of Michael Flores, and he did something that we're going to also use. And it's the erection update. We will now be initiating.
It's time for Andrew's erection.
Minus
update.
Andrew. We're going to institute all erection updates. We will check. We'll grab a stick that's approved by the state board.
And the stick approved its consent.
Yes. And then we will touch the penile area just to make sure. So we're going to have random erection updates throughout the workday.
So essentially cup checks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, those will be without consent because we need to know. And you have no rights here.
Yes. Also,
to prevent non-consensual things.
Also, per contracts, please refer to page 44, paragraph 3. All men will be castrated.
What was that last part?
This will take place during new hire orientation. Don't be alarmed.
We're in that
Don't
now.
be alarmed. We will cauterize the wound.
And we do numb it as well.
Yes.
We won't feel it. This is fucking ridiculous.
It's
so
a nightmare
stupid.
Orwellian world.
What world do we fucking live in? Is this the dystopian future that you hear about
Yes.
in all the sci-fi
Yes, it
movies?
is, dude.
Yes.
This is nonsense. Don't look at someone for more than 5 seconds.
You're literally on a fucking TV show set or movie set.
What if
Fuck.
you're just daydreaming? I do
Dude,
that.
I do that.
I'm a
Jail.
very
Straight to jail.
distracted person. At the gym, I find myself, and I'm not checking out women because I actually don't do that thing, despite what I say on the show and joke around.
I try.
I don't
yes.
check. I'm there to work out. I'm not there to check out chicks. If a chick happens to walk by my view, I'm like, she's pretty hot, but
Yeah.
I don't like follow
You're not
her
like-
with my eyes. Right. That's creepy.
Even if you're daydreaming, we chop your dick off and you go to jail.
So no daydreaming.
No
So I
daydreaming.
can't be a human being.
No daydreaming. You can't look around too long. If you look at the ceiling too long, the ceiling's going to have a problem with HR. That it
What
has
about
to file.
my union mandatory masturbation break? I guess.
Mike, as a director, how in the world would you be able to give direction to actors if you can't stare at them for more than 5 seconds?
And we have
Ways.
honed our skills and evolved into we can now read people's minds.
Oh,
That's what we do. And also we're going to have, you know how when we do visual effects scenes, when we work, if you're familiar with a film set, when you have green screen or you have
Right.
a CGI monster, we usually have like a tennis ball that the actors can look at. So what we're going to do is we're going to have tennis balls above people's heads. And what you're going to do is focus on that tennis ball when you communicate. No eye contact of any kind, please.
Dude,
Just stare at that tennis ball, please.
This
and we'll fix it in post.
Every
Hey, the Rain Man Show will be right back.
It's because of my fist.
Party people, my party people, LMFAO and Dirt Nasty.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, DEAL30 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And for your viewing pleasure, 6 free spicy movies on DVD, plus free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. So go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code DEAL30. Again, that's DEAL30, because without it, no free stuff. That's DEAL30 at adamandeve.com.
Do you want to hear more, or did you miss a show? No problem. Find us on Stitcher or iTunes. Just search Rain Man.
Towel. TOWEL. Towel.
You're listening to The Rain Man Show with Master of English, Michael Flores.
All right, Thomas, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a fun show so far.
Yeah? Gotta take it down a notch just a bit. It's always loud and rowdy when Ryan's in the studio.
Why do you always blame me?
As it gets loud.
See, as it gets loud. I don't think he's not a guest spot. He's more of a first mic. He's like what you are.
Yeah. Which is he yells.
Yeah.
It has to be.
He's a good replacement. So if you ever quit me, I'll have to bring Ryan into the show.
That sounded like the two that are like dating.
Can we get away from that?
If you ever quit me.
Well, we do kind of have a relationship.
You guys are Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, we do everything but penetrate, pretty much,
There you go.
and kiss.
The fact that you said penetrate and I'm looking at male sex toys, I don't know why.
Can we get off?
That's just the show.
Why are you looking at male sex toys?
This is why Dustin Lucas was like, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
This whole episode.
Jesus.
Sorry,
Raina was right. That first email she sent to us when we first became aware of her, when she said we're the gayest bunch of straight men.
No, these were
after that last segment, I think there's only a couple of straight men.
Those were pocket vaginas.
I think we've limited that number, yeah.
They were pocket vaginas, not like dildos.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about...
Oh.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Which we're going to save Thomas's reveal for a very special event. Maybe the 200th show. He'll have to tell us some secrets where we'll decide finally. We'll figure out. Figure out whether or not
the truth.
Is he bi-curious or is he just bisexual?
Oh.
We'll figure that out.
I'm excited. But not in my pants. Not in my pants.
I'm erect right now.
Yeah. No. Let me
All right.
preface.
Okay. So the Trump border situation has I guess Thomas has
everyone pissed.
It has everyone pissed, but it also seemed to have fixed itself a bit. The government details how separated families will be reunited eventually, according to CNN.com. They go into this Trump situation. Government details how separated families will be reunited. And fucking ad blockers, dude. I am so over the sites that try to like shove 50,000 ads down your fucking gullet.
Every website.
Our site doesn't do that, and it never will.
I have ad block on my computer, dude. I just went to CNN.com, 23 ads blocked on the homepage.
Well, no one reads their site, so they're desperate for any type of revenue they can possibly muster.
Yeah, and
Let me shove these ads down your throat and deep throat this ad about soap.
Just relax.
I don't use Dial. I don't want it.
He uses Axe, okay? Get it right.
God. All right, so Washington, CNN, the Trump administration is releasing its plan for putting back together the thousands of families that separated at the border. But the reunions won't happen quickly. In a release Saturday night, the Departments of Homeland Security and Health and Human Services said 2,053 children were still in the custody of HHS and awaiting being returned to their parents. Under the plan, however, those children will keep waiting in custody, with reunifications only happening once the parents' deportation proceedings are completed. The families will either be reunited before deportation or if the parent is released from detention after the parent applies to serve as the child sponsor under HHS rules. So things are getting there.
Yeah.
It took some time.
This government.
With government, everything takes time, unfortunately. Yeah. It sucks that so many parents were separated from their kids. I understand why it happened. I'm one of the few Mexicans that can look at things objectively. You know, and I think it's because I've experienced things like this, meaning we have people, I'm not going to say names because I don't want to put anybody out there that doesn't want to be there, but we've had family where these types of things have hurt some of our younger adolescents in our family.
Right.
Kidnappings. This is not made up. Some of the cartel and criminals use kids to get into this country.
Yep, they're fucked
for
up.
drugs.
And say, I'm their father. It's a very touchy situation, and there is no easy solution. I think we said this in our last show. I don't agree 100% with the administration and what they're doing, this no tolerance. However, it's not an easy fix, and that's where
it's not.
Some of the left,
no gray area.
That's where the left kind of is. I'm at a loss by some of their perspective. It is an easy fix,
no, it's
but
not.
It's not.
Naive.
What's the easy fix? Just to let everybody streamline in? and allow people, we don't know who they are coming in. And even if they are peaceful, which I'm inclined to believe that not all of them are gang related. There were some 3 or 4 years ago back when they were flooding Texas because Guatemala was dumping criminals and gang members. This is a little different. This influx it seems to be more families more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need to handle the situation a little differently than we are. However, at the same time, what's your solution? Tell me what your solution is. I don't hear solutions. I hear complaints.
Yeah.
And that's where I get frustrated because I'm open for solutions. I'm open to anything, any ideas. Like, give me some ideas, people, but we don't hear them.
Right.
And the solution can't be open borders. It can't be.
That's
We'll
stupid.
become Germany 2 years ago, where Germany was flooded with dangerous immigrants that they didn't know where they came from. And many of them were associated with Islam.
Radical Islam.
Radical Islam.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
a
isn't.
fact. It happens.
Yeah, it isn't an easy fix. And it's just, it sucks that we're in this situation and hopefully we can figure it out. Honestly, I mean, I don't know what the big deal is. I wish I was separated from my family when I was a kid.
You're like, all right, man, just leave me.
I'm
Just
like,
fucking
wait, hold on a second. You're telling me I can be in this little chain link fence here for a couple months without
Get fed.
my drunk father?
yeah.
And I can have some free food?
You guys got Xbox?
We probably do.
Yeah.
Have great TV
And some
systems.
Capri Suns? I'll stay. This is
Dude,
summer camp.
Get me out of here with my dad who drinks too much cerveza.
I mean, what I wouldn't do to be separated from my family at age 13. Please.
Here's the thing. White people are naive because my parents paid good money to have me separated for them all summer.
I went to summer camp and basically
It
lived in the
sucked.
same chain link fence thing.
I was trapped in a place I didn't want to be where there was guards and I couldn't leave.
What was Bible camp like?
They tried to pray away the gay. It didn't work all the way.
You mean the bi, Thomas?
That's why I said all the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's a fucked up situation.
I
but it's-
prayed. I prayed to have myself separated at times.
You're like, I fucking hate my dad. I'm out of here.
I'm like, I'm going to date who I want.
Yeah.
I love her. No, instead, I had to stay
Yeah.
with a mother that chased me down with a car. I mean, in retrospect, she's a good parent. She's a Mexican mom that will you're going to listen to me. And if you try to run away to go to this party where there's going to be drug, alcohols, and women,
I'll break your legs. With a
I'm
car.
going to chase you down with a car.
And hit you with a chunka.
I felt like it was in the Death Wish movies with
Okay,
Charles Bronson in the
Grindhouse.
car
Jesus.
chasing me down.
Wow. That's aggressive.
But you learn.
I'm not joking. My mom jumped on hoods of cars when my brother tried to peel out. Say, I'm going to do what I want in his brand new car he bought. Just because you bought a car doesn't mean you can do what you want. And he's all, oh yeah, gets in his car, tries to drive away. You know what my mom does? Jumps on the hood, sprawls out like Rambo.
That's amazing.
Mexican moms, they're crazy. Don't mess with them. This is why I wish they separated me.
Jesus.
I liked Andrea and I was going to go see her, but no, my mom tried sideswiped.
You
She
got
did-
Bobby Boucher, dude.
Dude, she was, oh yeah, women are the devil.
I
Absolutely.
like Vicky and she likes me back. She showed me her boobies and I like them too.
I'm not exaggerating.
That's
I think
amazing.
I've said this on a show before, but it was like, remember when Ace Ventura
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
was trying to see the AFC championship ring
Yeah.
and he was up against the car. He was trying to drive against, I think it was the linebacker.
Yeah.
And he was like swerving on him so he would flip him off. That's what my mom was doing in the other car. Swerving on me.
That's amazing.
Telling me to pull over.
I'll beat your ass.
I pulled over because I was embarrassed of the other people.
I want to meet your mom.
Please, HHS, where were you when I needed you?
Retroactively help out Michael Flores.
Please separate me from my crazy Mexican mother. Little Chuky's probably fucking happy right now. I don't have to have my fucking vegetables.
Man.
I could just have beans and cheese.
Yeah. Tortillas.
No huarachis at the back of the head.
Chanclas.
Yeah. So hopefully that situation will be figured out because it's a circus right now. I mean, it has created this
It's in a
doom and
firestorm,
gloom
dude.
cloud over the border states.
Well, dude,
Bad.
it's exactly like in a month it'll be gone, and then we'll have
next
something
thing will
else to be
happen.
outraged.
You know
and
what?
scream
You're
at.
right. It's
Yeah.
it's the flavor of the week.
Yep.
Like, hey, we're going to be mad about this. Next week it'll be something else.
Yep, we'll be mad about that, and that'll be Trump's fault too
It's
as well.
all
and-
irrelevant.
Yep,
It just all fades away.
Yep.
as we wait for the next thing to piss
You know
everyone
what's
off.
funny though, and people, this is gonna. I don't know. Should I go down this route?
You already started.
You already started.
And you know what? And people may be mad, but you know those little tent cities, that are built.
Yeah, for the DUIs.
No, not that. I'm talking about the border where Trump's putting all the kids.
Yes.
Yeah. You think Trump built that overnight?
No.
It was already built for this very reason, and it was built by the Obama administration.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like people just need to read. And those pictures that are surfacing, I'm not talking about the fucking Time magazine. That's obvious. But some of those pictures that were coming out were from like 2014.
Old. Yeah, they're old.
It's just more fucking media.
It's
trying to
you can spin anything
over
anyway.
sensationalize.
Yep.
And again, I'm not taking away from the fact that the 2,000 plus kids that are being separated, that has to be dealt with better. I'm not taking away.
We're not refuting
Not
that.
taking away from that. What I'm saying is that the media is responsible for so much over sensationalized behavior.
And here's the thing: that number, the number of children, started all the way back in October 1st of last year, and yet we only hear about it these last few weeks
because it's someone.
Because now they have time to talk about it because something else didn't happen, or because this is the flavor of the week.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
it's unfortunate,
and I just wish everything wasn't. We're so divided. I just want to go back to the 90s. 90s were good.
Dude, the 90s were legit, bro.
There was no bullshit. Bill Clinton was getting head in the White House.
he was banging chicks with cigars in the Oval Office.
That's the decade right
there. Those are the good old days.
Dude, the 90s were awesome. Jurassic Park came out, the original one.
Yeah.
I mean,
the good one, you mean? The actual good one?
Mm-hmm.
Some shit went down in the 90s. It was good shit.
All right. So speaking of Jurassic Park, since Ryan is an expert with segues there.
You're welcome.
You just seen Jurassic World this past, week? You had an early screening of it. I have not seen it yet.
I haven't either.
I didn't have high hopes because Colin Trevorrow, I don't feel like is a good director or writer to begin with. I didn't enjoy the first one. I thought it was fun because Chris Pratt is fun to watch. I think he's entertaining and he's what kept me invested. Mm-hmm. But the movie just wasn't that good.
Right.
Especially when you watch the first one and then watch this one back to back. It's literally a repeat minus the heart of the first movie.
Are you saying World and Park?
Right. Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. It's pretty much a reboot.
What, with more people getting fucked?
Not a reboot, a remake minus the soul.
What if we had more people on the island and the same events happened, but stupider?
So you did a review. I don't want to take people away from your review. They can find it on RaymanDigitalMedia.com and they can find your full review. Mm-hmm. But you weren't happy with the movie, were you?
No.
No spoilers, though, for people out there.
No, I was not.
Guess what, though? There is no island. There is no park.
Shut up.
There's no spoon?
That's their promotion. There is no park.
Oh.
That's kind of a spoiler in itself.
It's such bad marketing too. When I saw the preview and it says there is no park, I'm like, what the fuck kind of promo is that? Talk about over the top.
Yeah.
Like the people who cut that trailer were blowing themselves. Like, oh dude, this is gonna be good.
Yep. Just jerking off with one hand, editing with the other.
Yeah. So overall thoughts of the movie?
Overall, it is easily the worst Jurassic anything.
Wow.
Not even in hesitation, Ryan.
No,
it was just.
That was fast. I was like straight to it.
Every movie from Jurassic Park is a classic and phenomenal. And every movie since it has come out has gotten a little bit lower. I enjoy Lost World and even Jurassic Park 3 to some degree. Jurassic World, I did not like. I thought it was, as you said, Mike, something without soul and a complete waste of time. Right. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I almost walked out of, and I have never done that with a screening.
Wait, you almost walked out?
I wanted to. I really did.
That's aggressive.
Really?
I've never walked out of a movie.
It is such a travesty for Jurassic Park fans and just anybody with a brain.
Wow.
Anybody who can think
Thomas, there's
about a story.
There's going to be people out there that are listeners that probably enjoy the show.
And they can tweet me and tell me why I'm wrong. You're
at Bold
to.
Irishman.
Yes.
Make sure you actually at me as well so I can troll with you.
And the thing is, I always say this with the movie. If you like it, that's fine. Yeah. I think it's fucking stupid. And you can admit that you like something stupid.
Oh.
I've done that before.
I mean, he wanted a pirate ship on his
He wanted Captain Jack Sparrow to
but
fucking
you really
show up.
wanted to walk out of the theater.
I really did. Because
Have you seen it yet, Tony?
I did.
Did you like it? Be honest.
At the best, I was like, I've seen this before. That's what I said. That was
amazing.
the first thing that I said after watching the movie. I asked my dad what he thought, and then he said it was okay, and I just said, you know what?
How did he say it for real?
Yeah.
How did he say it for real?
He said it was
This is
Okay,
bullshit.
let me ask
This
this.
is bullshit.
This is bullshit. Let me ask you this, Tony, because I'm not going to listen to Thomas.
Oh,
Did you call him Tommy?
I said Thomas.
Oh.
Here's the two things I give a shit about in this movie. One, the dinosaurs obviously look amazing.
And Bryce Howard.
Okay. She's pretty hot.
I love her.
And Chris Pratt's good.
Is she hot
He's fun.
still?
Okay.
Chris Pratt isn't very good.
I'm talking about
See,
Bryce
I
Howard.
wasn't asking you,
She's
Thomas.
attractive, and I'll give you that.
Oh,
Okay.
you don't think she's hot?
I think. Oh, I'm
There
talking,
are certain movies where
Sometimes she looks
in Jurassic
amazing.
World. I thought because she's all like smart and sophisticated and
She's
and
evil.
she's in charge of everything.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
evil.
You're
in
like,
Jurassic
you would
World.
scream
I'm
your
like,
own
yo,
name
you
during
are
sex,
you make
huh?
more money than me, and I
And
love it.
I love it. Just beat me up.
I can't stand her character.
Take your red heel and stab me in my dick.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Your
You'd be
sex
doing it
utensil.
while I said, call me
Sex
Opie. Call me
utensil.
Opie.
In my sexy utensil.
I'll give you my Indominus Rex.
Yeah.
No 5-second rule with you.
Look,
We're going the full 6 seconds.
you know, here's the thing, Thomas. I love you, man, but like your reviews, I'm like 50-50. Like typically, like, hey, but I'm not saying like sometimes you're 100% spot on. I'm gonna go into this.
Thomas's problem sometimes is he doesn't know how to
Shut off.
review something for what it is.
Yeah.
However, I think he's right when it comes to Jurassic World.
Oh, I'm sure he's probably right. I'm sure you're probably right. Like I'm still gonna go see it, and here's why. There's the nostalgia of the first film because it just says Jurassic in it, and the fact that I just want to see dinosaurs on screen.
What if it's a
anyways.
Jurassic piece of shit?
If it's, I will. How about this? How about this? I'll go see it, and if I truly think it sucks fat balls, I will come in here on air and tell you were fucking right. How about that?
I like that idea.
How about that? I'll go in. I will go in with an objective mind, and I'll look at it for the whole thing that it is.
I think you'll like it.
If it's a piece of shit, I will come in here and I will say, you know, Thomas was right. It's a fucking piece of garbage.
Okay, well, let's just backtrack on this whole thing for a second, okay? Because honestly, to me, the entire concept of Jurassic Park is dumb. The first
one is the only one
first
that makes
movie
sense.
made sense.
Yes.
A theme park that never actually opened due to the absurdity of the idea. And that was
And
the
the
point.
risk.
That was the point. There was a message there. Don't mess with nature because it's going to
Yes.
fuck you up. After that,
It became a weird.
All the
it
shit
just
show.
became weird. No level-headed person. I understand science fiction. I can get behind the fantasy because there's always logic behind it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no logic behind Jurassic Park after the first movie.
No.
Or the idea of the park. That's why I hated Jurassic World. No level-headed person would go visit a theme park where dinosaurs roam free, whether they're vicious or not. Because if you walk close enough to an elephant, that
It'll kill
motherfucker
you.
is going to step on you.
Yeah.
A hippopotamus is the most dangerous animal.
My question is so
Jurassic Park was the first purge. I feel like kill all the dumb people. So if they do it, like just kill all the dumb people who thought it was a good idea to take their kids to see live dinosaurs.
But let me spin it this way, okay?
Well, no, hold on, Ryan. Now, hold on just a second. I'm going to continue this diatribe
my bad. Okay.
of anti-logic of Jurassic World.
Okay.
Mhm.
Not Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. They say not to feed ducks because they can get very aggressive and attack you.
Okay.
Okay. But let's go ahead and go to a park where there's live dinosaurs running around.
And that's the thing, dude.
Ostriches have been known to slip through the fence and snip fingers off.
Yeah.
Lions to this day have escaped zoos. But yeah, take your kid to a dinosaur park. It makes no fucking sense.
And that's what I think I
You
hate
are
about
a
it, dude.
shit parent. Hey, there's a new brontosaurus that can squash you by accidentally stepping on you. Let's go see him. Go fuck yourself if you go see dinosaurs. The whole concept is flawed.
Yeah.
I feel attacked.
Would you, Thomas, take your kid to a park where animals roam free?
Fuck no.
Why would you take your kid to a park where dinosaurs roam free? And I'm not even talking about the dangerous ones, the obvious ones.
Yeah. You wouldn't.
It's fucking dumb. The whole concept is flawed and illogical. You know, you want it to Trump. We want to get mad at Trump. Let's put this into real life. Taking away kids for crossing the border. Let's take away the kids that go to these
The
parks.
dinosaur park.
Something's got to be done about this concept, Thomas. I am so passionate about it because it makes me angry. Because the first movie worked because it was the mysteriousness.
And it was a warning.
The fact that somebody could be working on this in the shadows and we would never know. The mystique is what keeps you intrigued. Once they mainstream it, it becomes illogical and flawed.
And that's the thing, is that the first one was a warning. It is a true story with a message. This one is a fucking
Jurassic Park.
This one's a mess, and that's the thing, is it's so insulting to your brain if you think
we're ruining Ryan's
I
world
fucking
right
hate
now.
both of you right now.
I know. He's gonna unleash a
Hey
dinosaur.
guys, let's go to a park where this thing runs free.
Everything is
Hold on, I can't hear you. I can't even have a nice family outing right now without that fucking dinosaur screaming. Hey guys, oh wait a second. Hey guys, look it. There's a souvenir shop. Let's go buy some spoons and for grandma.
Spoons.
Oh god, hold on. Okay, and some shot glasses. They have some Jurassic. What?
That's a herbivore. We're fine.
All right. So I figured
Not that one.
after
should run.
after we get the spoons, after we go get the spoons for, after we get the spoons for grandma, I figured, will someone shut the goddamn dinosaur up, please? The whole concept is fucking dumb.
The fact is, yes, it's basically a dinosaur version of a zoo. Don't fucking try to shut me up with dinosaur noises.
I just can't hear you right now.
The thing is, it's based on a zoo. That's the whole point.
That's why it's stupid.
But that's what worked with the first one.
I agree.
After that, even at least Lost World tried something different.
The reason, the stupidity and the absurdity of it was the concept of the first movie. What are you trying to do, Dr. Grant?
No,
you're a fool.
No,
that was the whole point. A crazy man. You don't do things like that.
You know what the stupidity is? Here's the fucking stupidity, okay? Is the fact that the first park fails, right? The power shuts off and it fails and people die. Now they recreate another one and people still are able to go to it.
There we go.
That's
concept.
the stupidity.
That's the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the movie. And what's worse is, why the fuck does Jeff Goldblum in the first movie lean sideways with his shirt open like he's sexy? It doesn't make sense either.
You're just curious about that. You think he looks hot.
I just don't understand why we got to do that, Jeff Goldblum.
Because
dinosaurs.
I just think the concept is dumb.
If you see the movie, we can talk about it after the fact. But I think it's just, if you thought the other ones were dumb, this is just a pain.
Yeah, and people may say, Michael, you like laser swords and the Force doesn't make sense. I'm like, yeah, but that's science fiction and complete fabricated fantasy.
In a fake reality.
In a fantastical world.
Yes.
Fantastic.
This is grounded in reality, uses some type of fake science. And forget that. I can even get behind that. The idea that people would take their kids, I believe there would be idiots that would do that. But there's no government that would allow that. After the atrocities that happened with the dinosaurs murdering people,
the first
park
4
would
times
never open up. It's a stupid concept. All right.
Wow, that was an epic rant.
I hate Jurassic Park. The idea
you hate Jurassic World.
There we go. Jurassic World.
Yeah, stop saying you hate Jurassic Park, because that's really hurting my soul.
I like Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is fantastic. Jurassic World is a mistake.
Basically, you.
Wow.
A mistake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
I was born, like the way my parents got married and when I was born doesn't add up. Let's just say that.
Oh shit! Wow, I hit the nail on the head. I'm gonna go see it, and like I said, if it is a big, huge pile of turd, I will tell you.
I think you'll like it.
I probably will, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Who
Well, at
cares?
least you
but if you
admit it.
like it, that's all that counts.
Right? It's like banging a tranny. If you like it, you like it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into news, please. Time for news. Go ahead.
All right. So our first article: cops, women forced ex to have sex at machete point. June 26th.
That's steamy.
I was going to say, Mike's going to like that.
A machete-wielding Montana woman broke into her ex-boyfriend's home, directed him to disrobe, and then forced him to have sex with her, according to the police.
The warning there should have been Montana.
Yeah. A detail.
Is this a bad thing?
I knew you'd fucking like this.
This is not me putting on radio shtick. Like that to me sounds hot.
I'm looking at her right now.
What
if this was role play?
Is she attractive?
She's not.
You can't tell.
Hideous.
She Montana beautiful.
She's not hideous.
She's making a weird face in the photo.
Well, let's say she's a 5, right? Let's get douchey here. Rain Man show. 49% geek, 51% douche.
She's a 5.
So she's a 5, but then the machete thing brings her up to at least a 7.
That's a 6.5, 7.
Oh, you're so bland and boring.
He's not into fun
saying,
shit.
If
I could turn that sideways and use it as a paddle, right?
Here's the thing. If it's your ex in the middle of the night, that's some shit out of a Stephen King movie.
If it's your ex that you still masturbate over your spank bank, then that's not a Stephen King movie.
That's a wet dream.
As detailed in a criminal complaint, Samantha Mears, 19, entered the victim's Great Falls residence Friday
19?
when he was not home. When the man returned, Mears confronted him from behind with a machete.
Fuck that,
Mears
dude.
allegedly told the man to get on the bed and remove his clothes.
Butt naked right now.
Jesse Hansen in the Facebook VIP page posted the image of Jeff Goldblum I was talking about. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's funny.
It is
staring
funny.
at your soul. That's why you're uncomfortable.
I mean, I get why they did it too. It has to do with the whole like B-filmish concept, but it's just makes me
Don't you hate on Jurassic World?
The victim told. Let's get back to this article because this is amazing.
Look at right after all the controversial things we talked about this week. It's Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. He doesn't want to talk about.
I want you. Stop ruining my childhood. The victim told police.
Troll nerds on Twitter.
The victim told police that he complied with Mears for fear of his safety.
Yeah.
And added that he did not feel he could leave the room at the time without being hurt by Mears. Investigators charged that after Mears removed her pants, she climbed atop the victim and they engaged in intercourse. The victim said that Mears, who was holding the machete, bit him on the arm and continued to have sex with him after he attempted to end the encounter.
This is turning on Mike.
Did he come? Is that why?
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Like, all right, I'm done.
The victim told Great Falls Police that he had
what if
become
that really
aroused.
Hold on. What if that's really what he did? Like he decided to stop because he was done. I'm done.
So he says,
"Get off me."
This is what it says. The victim told Great Falls Police that he had become aroused by seeing her without any undergarments on. The man added that after ejaculating, he
was aroused?
Yes.
She was naked at that point.
The man added that after ejaculating, he attempted to push Mears off of him to end the intercourse, but she proceeded to bite his arm and continued to have sex with him until he was no longer erect. After the intercourse, Mears...
She's a keeper.
Yeah.
She is a keeper. Well, I'm going to make that penis small.
After the intercourse, Mears sat on the bed.
I don't think you want to hear that if she has a machete in your hand.
Still armed with a machete with her back against the wall, the complaint notes. It was during this time that the victim took several photos of Mears with the machete in her hand. The man who provided the images to police had a bite mark on his arm when later interviewed by cops.
This is great.
$50,000 bond.
I would pay that myself. Like, Your Honor, I'm going to go and bail her out now.
Hey, look, I'm into some freaky shit. Can we fuck without the machete?
The hard-hitting question is what I want to know. Inquiry minds. Real news. Must report.
Yes.
Who is this woman? Meaning, in his life, did he know her?
Yeah, ex to have sex.
It was an ex.
Yes. Yeah, it's a crazy ex.
Come
this
on,
doesn't
bro.
Count. Dude, I bet
his friends are laughing at him right now. Oh, you're a pussy, bro.
Dude, I bet this was like a whole like scenario they were role playing.
Oh.
And it just like she bit him and it got out of hand and he was like, man, fuck this. Like, I don't,
Hey, as long as she's not putting the machete up to my dick, all
yeah,
fair.
Let's keep that machete away from my cock.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of that. I don't want to become.
Give me just a slight
I don't want to become the ungendered.
Yeah,
the army we're going to create.
Just nick me in the arm, but stay away from my dick.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What else do we have in the news, Brian?
25 arrested, including clergy, amid Jeff Sessions' immigration protests in downtown Los Angeles. Arrests were made as hundreds of protesters gathered in downtown Los Angeles Tuesday ahead of a planned visit by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. 25 people were taken into custody after the peaceful organized protest, of course, was declared.
Oh, she's a redhead. Hold on. That last article?
Yeah.
She's a redhead.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Oh, that's an 8 then.
Yeah.
A 5 goes to a 7 with machete. Then with the red hair, that goes up an automatic point, sometimes 2.
I was erect looking at the picture.
Oh, jeez. All right, what does the article say?
Okay. Organized protest was declared an unlawful assembly by Los Angeles police. Clergy were seen among those being arrested. Crowds holding signs were given a 5-minute warning to disperse by LAPD before the arrest took place, according to the authorities. The protesters were cited and released. Demonstrators in white clergy robes linked arms across the street and chanted, "Reunite!" Others waving signs that bore slogans, among them, "Stop separating families."
The clergy probably thought this was like pro-pedophile.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, where's the little boys at?
Hey, we're here for the children.
Yeah.
Please separate them and put them in my house.
I'll foster as many as you have.
Hey, I'll sponsor him.
I'll foster as many of those separated boys as there are.
Not the girls, though?
Pedro, come here. I need some rice. Maybe some beans.
Give me some frijoles.
Give me your frijoles.
Put some horchata in my mouth.
Okay, the protest was organized by Chirla and included CHIRLA.
Someone's mom?
Yeah. Chancla, and included several other immigrant rights groups who marched through the streets in front of the Millennium Biltmore Hotel, where Sessions was expected to speak. As United Methodist, and he's a fellow United Methodist, this is not right, and this is not part of our Christian teachings or our values or beliefs, said Reverend Allison Mack, a protester from the North Hollywood United Methodist Church.
Hello, I'm here today. Thomas.
Oh, Jesus.
Bishop Thomas.
Yes.
Bishop Thomas.
I just heard.
Yes, Your Holiness.
I just heard that Trump is going to be separating families, boys as young as 5, along the border.
It's rather unsettling when you do the eyebrow thing.
Now, we want to look transparent, so we're going to go ahead and pretend we're appalled by this, but inside we're giddy with joy. God bless you. God bless you, God, for allowing this to happen in Trump. So, we're going to gather together, and we're going to go ahead and sponsor all the little ones.
Would you like
all the Raouls.
Would you like us to get as many back to the church as we can?
And bring them to our churches. Open up the church doors, please.
So the usual.
Yes.
Okay.
Open the doors. Unlike what we did during the flood in New Orleans, we closed the doors.
Well,
there was no children involved. But this is children. For God's sake, we must have some sympathy.
Archbishop.
No, I'm the Pope, you motherfucker.
Sorry.
Don't address him like that. What do you need?
Sir,
go ahead.
Your Holiness, what age should we stop bringing the boys?
Let me think. Let me pray. 13. 13's good.
13. That's a little bit older than your normal order, sir.
Give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, go see Father Tony. He'll fill you in on the details with this. Get the vans, do the usual route, and then bring him back through the back.
And make sure you're appalled. Just make sure you're appalled. That's the key here. We need to sell it. We need to sell it, Bishop Thomas. Sell it.
Yes.
Sell it to the news and the media.
Your Holiness, I've got this under control.
And then suddenly we have children back in the churches.
Thomas, Your Holiness, sir, should I wear my white robes?
Yes, please.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yes, wear the white robes.
The clean ones, damn it. No more dry cleaning incidents.
All right,
dude, that's
disgusting.
That's gross. We took that one pretty far.
Fucking clergy. But, is it sad? It shows how jaded I am, because that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, molestation.
Yeah, right, clergy. Please help the boys. Help them. We must help them. Their brown skin is so sexy. Help them.
What was that?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. This next article is amazing. Exclusive. Man born without a penis will finally be able to have sex for the first time after having a 50,000 euro or sterling, not sure which one it is, with a stupid weird symbol.
It's a pound.
Is it pound? Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Euro is close.
Euro. Bionic manhood fitted, but he'll have to walk around with a 10-day erection first.
Oh.
Andrew,
that's
kind of a good.
That's usually a thing, right?
That's a kickstand.
Yeah.
Andrew Wardle, 44, was born without a penis in 1 in 20 million condition.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God hated him.
20 million.
That's exactly where I was going with this,
God
Tony.
hated him.
Like, why would you believe in a God? If you were born
1 in 20
without your sexual organs,
God, that's
like, do you believe in God? No, you hate life. You hate God.
You hate life.
Sex is everything.
Maybe his calling was to be an altar boy.
my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, does he have a butthole?
There you go.
He's
See?
got a mouth.
That's appalling.
That's a sign from God.
He's from Manchester. He's gone through 4 years of operations to have a bionic penis fitted, costing over £50,000. First, he had skin taken from his forearm, which he has rolled in the shape of a penis and attached.
The Rain Man Show expressed their frustration through the method of satire and only wish to draw attention to the stupid actions of so many within our modern society. The use of racial slurs, offensive speech, and overly condescending attitudes of superiority are simply the tools which are used to display the non-justifiable actions of stupid individuals. Sorry, not sorry.
All right.
It's for people that are like without penises who are going to be offended now.
Yeah, the ungendered.
Yes.
Or people with children.
Now
that's the more obvious, Tony.
Now a pump.
It truly shows how disconnected Tony is as a human being. Yeah, we don't want to affect the fictitious people that don't exist.
Well, children are fictitious people if you think about it.
Fictitious.
That's a new word. Fictitious.
Moving on.
Not only does he get the word wrong, secondly, please explain that to me. Go ahead.
Oh, like children, at a young age, they may not have their penises, fully developed.
This is not going well. This is a Jared Fogle thing. This is bad.
You want me to go there?
I think I'm going to finish the article now.
I think this is
I think Ryan needs to finish
hold
there.
on. This is I run the show here. I think this is a scientist Tony thing.
It is.
Go ahead, scientist Tony. Please school us in your stupidity.
Well, when children are born, they're not fully developed. Do I need to go any further, with that, and so in this case,
hold on. Do I need to go any further? You know.
Well, I'm linking it with Ryan's story here. The guy had no penis. Like, what was that, 1 in 20 million?
Yes.
So it was a miracle. A sign from God, that God, with the help of science, decided to send him down here maybe for, the Pope or somebody, you never know.
He was sent down to be some molester's sex toy.
Hey, 1 in 20 million.
This is like a perverted messiah, apparently.
He's the Jesus of ungendered.
By the time he realized that he has no penis, he probably had nothing else to live for. So.
Okay, this is the...
Okay. Now,
please rescue us.
Now,
you know.
Now, can we make that a shirt? You know.
I got my stomach hurting.
I just love the scientific explanation of, do I need to go further?
Yeah.
You know.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
It's science.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, my fucking God.
It's science.
It's science, Mm-hmm. Now a pump has been fitted, which will give him an erection at the push of a button. At the final stage of his operation, Mr. Wardle will have an erection for 10 days before it is deflated. He will then be ready to lose his virginity to his long-term girlfriend.
A floating device that a kid puts on his arms when they're learning how to swim.
A floaty? The arm floaty shit?
Yeah.
So he has to have this erection for 10 days?
Right, and so he'll be able to lose his virginity to his long-term girlfriend.
Oh, so it's sort of like setting like a mold.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Mr. Wardle admitted he's excited that he can move on, but insisted the surgery is not all about sex. I've spent 44 years without a penis, and I've coped with not having sex for all that time.
Insanity.
It will take me a while to get into the swing of things.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Now,
there's pictures of this dude too,
Thomas,
and video.
See, these news articles never answer the question that I have, which is, are you going to be satisfying your significant other? Which, yes, that's definitely a thing that men want to do, right? It's like the caveman. Right. So, from that point of view, this is a good thing, right?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
From his point of view, is it attached to nerve endings? Is he gonna
feel it?
Is he gonna feel it? Is he actually gonna come?
There's an actual diagram.
Okay, but explode.
Okay,
Can you explain the diagram?
Yeah, so it says how penis implant surgery works. Skin and muscle is taken from the left arm and the vein in the right leg. The skin is wrapped around a vein into a tube.
Oh my god!
Surgeons
this is hurting.
mold the flesh into a shape of a penis and attach it to the body. Inside the new penis is a penile implant. This is compromise of a saline reservoir and a cylinder that runs along the length of the penis, and a pump and release valve that inside the scrotum.
So he can come.
Yes. The implant allows the user to pump saline fluid that is kept in a reservoir in the cylinder. Once it's fully pumped, the penis will be hard and enough for sexual intercourse.
So he can't stimulate it himself. He has to
He has
activate
to
it.
pump. He has, Dude, fucking instant erection on command. If I had a button on my body where I could just get an instant boner, like that'd be kind of awesome. Not gonna lie.
There'll be an app. There'll be you'll have to have
like, I need a boner. Let me get my phone out.
You want a robotic sound effect.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Yeah, I was getting there, but you were there. It is. Thank you.
My dick is turning on.
My dick is at full capacity.
Hold on, honey. I'm getting ready for our sexual encounter. Dick is now activated.
It has a soundtrack.
Hey, it's a transformer.
Dick operating at 100% efficiency.
Efficiency?
Yeah, I was going to say efficiency, but I messed up the last part of it. Just call me Tony. It's whatever.
You could give it a nickname like Optimus Prime.
Dude, he has an Optimus Prime cock.
I would do that.
Optimus Prime cock.
What's funny is he's had a girlfriend for the longest time. Obviously, she doesn't like to get off. Or she goes to adamandeve.com all the time.
Hey, good one.
Thanks. Regardless.
Hold on, my dick's turning on.
It's a long power-up process.
Hold on. Here it comes. I am Optimus Prime cock.
Optimus cock. Autobots transform and make her come. That's amazing.
Autobots pull out.
More than meets the eye.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
Boners in disguise.
Boners in disguise. Transformers, they will come in your eye. That's fucking... Oh, all right. That's a good article. That was a good one.
Yeah. All right. You know what? That concludes today's show.
I mean, you have no penis. How do you top that?
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know, man.
All right. So we'll be right back, right? With the
Post-show.
No Talent Post Show hosted by Ryan.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No Talent Post Show.
I didn't know I was talented.
That's why No Talent.
I didn't know I was hosting either.
Is that what you meant to say?
Yes.
By the end of the show, we've all lost brain cells. That's why nobody can speak.
Tony literally made us lose brain cells.
Thank you for listening to The Rain Man Show with your host, Michael Flores, with hosts Tony Sabal and Thomas Cowley, Andrew Spindler with the news, audio guru Dustin Lucas, produced by Michael Flores and Dustin Lucas. The Rain Man Show is a Cazador Productions and Rain Man Digital broadcast production. For all things Rain Man, go to rainmanshow.com.
What is up, guys? You're listening to, or girls, or genderless. You are listening to the Rain Man Digital No Talent Post Show with me, Ryan Denton. I'm filling in for fucking someone. I don't know.
You're filling in for fucking someone.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. And with me today, there it is. And with me is Thomas Cowley.
Hello.
And Tony.
Yeah.
Hi. Mike, are you in this? No? Okay,
No,
cool.
he's not. It's Dr. Tony.
Sorry. Dr. Tony, who makes us lose fucking brain cells.
Dr. Scientist Tony.
Jesus.
Not a real doctor.
Do you listen to some of the shit that comes out of your mouth? Like,
No.
you don't even know. Like, you
I think it's like the picture of Dorian Gray, where if he looks at the photo,
Oh,
he'll die.
he'll
If
die.
Tony listens,
If I
to
look,
the
if I
things
read
he
the
said.
transcript, all of a sudden I'll wither away.
Can you look at the transcript for more than 5 seconds?
Not if it's not assault.
So
Yes.
so one of the things we covered like in the show, Netflix has a new policy, a new rule for their employees.
I think that is the most asinine fucking thing.
So some of these rules, guys, like if you're working on a TV show or a movie or whatever, this is like impossible, right? Like how would you work?
Just think of any office situation. Unless you're at your desk, if you're walking through the hallways,
right,
or if you're on, and the thing is, a set is a closed environment, relatively speaking, where the actual filming is happening. There's people looking at everyone to check every single aspect.
These rules that were imposed on set reportedly include no looking at anyone for longer than 5 seconds, no lingering hugs, no flirting, and no asking for a colleague's phone number.
Don't talk to, look at, acknowledge, or...
So basically, don't work with each other.
So essentially, are we going to get to the point, like, you know when you were in school and you were doing a test and you were like, oh, let me get my folders up so someone can't copy up. Like, are we just going to go like with blinders?
Everyone
like,
has to wear blinders like a fucking horse.
But yeah, or like a shield so you can't see where I'm looking. Like typically I just do that with sunglasses. Like if I want to look at a hot chick, I just have sunglasses on and I'm like.
Soon sunglasses will be banned.
It'll give you an excuse to be rude, because I don't have to look at you and talk to you at the same
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Maybe in the future we'll have like the Google Glass will be normal. And before you look at someone, you can email them a consent form to look at them.
Like in Burt Wonderstone, where he had to like have her fill out the consent form.
Yeah. But like just by looking at
digital.
you, I'll send you a form that says, "Hey, can I look at you? Can we talk for more than 15
there
seconds?"
There should be an app, an instant consent form before you talk to someone.
I bet you
lawyers could be making a fucking bank right now.
I'll bet you money there's already an app.
Just basically fire it up, and then before you even start talking to
here, just sign with your finger here.
Here, go ahead. If you go ahead, put your signature or your thumbprint there, you consent to me interacting with you
or entering you. As Thomas said, as long as
the reason I said that, obviously being a joke, was the fact that originally the Me Too movement was supposed to be about sexual assault and rape cases that had gone unheard of, and because of that, it has blown into this ridiculous proportion where it has watered down the very concept of that movement to where anybody now, what started as this serious event happened to me is now synonymous with they looked at me.
Right.
And that's when you get people saying this is a witch hunt. This is when you get people who stop listening to the real cases that occurred.
The people who cry wolf are the ones that are ruining it for the people who are actually
getting
suffering
mauled by
from
wolves.
This. Yep. It's such a situation where you think about this, and I've been working around people and in customer service and all these type of things, and I look at this in like the jobs that I've had. There's no fucking way I would be able to do this.
It's just insane. I think the thing is we just have to say this is fucking absurd.
Yeah.
And there needs to be something that stops this shit.
I wonder if the people that are on these, like the Netflix shows that are under this I wonder if they're like, man, this is fucking dumb. Like
what's going to end up happening is that these people won't be able to do their job. It's going to be a lot more tougher to do your job.
Like any corporate office, there's some idiot in HR and some higher up who's so fucking panicked that they say, we're going to do this. We're going to push it forward no matter what, because all they care about is not getting sued. Yeah, and that's what has pushed this. Everyone else who's having to implement or suffer through this is saying this is fucking stupid.
What if like there's the two colleagues that are like on the down low fucking, and
now they can go to prison,
and now they're like, fuck,
and
man,
get fired.
I'm going to go to prison. I can't even interact with you anymore. Like,
right?
That's fucked.
How many people have met their spouse at work?
Tons of people, dude. Tons of people.
We're trying to be more inclusive and more free love and all this stuff, yet you're not allowed to look at, talk to, or touch anybody in even a flirtatious sense. And the thing is, there's very clearly a line between what's flirty or, joking amongst friends or just innocent and what is clearly sexually predatory. I
just think that at the end of the day, dude, like especially when it comes down to a work environment, like if it's clearly, like you said, there's a line. If you cross that line, you get fired. That's just how it works, dude. Like that's just life in general. If I walked into, well, obviously I work with my family, but if I walked into a normal job and said, oh man, look at that nice ass on her, I'd get fucking fired.
As you should.
Yeah. There would be a warning. There would be no warning.
Yeah. You're fucking done.
And the thing is, this is why I know Netflix doesn't really give a shit. And it's the lawyers and somebody in HR, because they are still pushing for House of Cards season 6.
Like, just let it die.
I can never remember the name of the actress for that.
Robin Wright
it was part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Was known to have known what was going on with Kevin Spacey, which I still think got blown out of proportion compared to things like Weinstein.
Yeah.
But for the sake of argument, they're still allowing her to have a job because it pushes one of their biggest shows.
Right.
That is on a pro-woman movement right now.
Right.
And yet, if anybody else is caught so much as looking because they want to cover their bases here, it's more
a double-edged sword, dude.
Of that crazy double-edged, double-standard bullshit.
Yep. At the end of the day, man, it's
stupid.
It's stupid. Yep. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Now, Thomas, you and Mike decided to go on this really long rant that kind of killed my fucking soul.
Right.
About, so you got a pre-screening of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Right.
And you did.
So here's the thing, dude. Honestly, and this is trying not to be so as hyperbolic and stuff. And I think Mike made it clear he enjoyed Jurassic Park, just not World.
Right.
Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies, the first one.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's on everyone's list.
It made people want to research dinosaurs and get into science, paleontology. It made people want to make movies.
Right. It was my love of dinosaurs.
It blew people's minds when it came out. It had soul. Jurassic World was, what if we just took that, pasted it.
It was watered down.
And watered it down.
Yeah.
And so many of the little nuances made it seem really stupid to me. When I watched Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it felt like they were trying to do anything to keep your attention for 5 minutes, whether it was bombastic explosions, annoying stock characters. Now we're switching gears entirely to this like Lethal Weapon thriller. It just, it was and that's
it's all over the place.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
This isn't really a spoiler. One phrase, and I think you'll laugh when it happens: Legion of Doom auction house. Just remember that, and then go see the movie.
Okay.
And and come back and tell me if you don't think that's accurate. And that's the thing, is that when it's what it once was, what was synonymous with that. Even if you didn't like Jurassic Park 3, or you had problems with The Lost World, everyone still liked the first one.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, you guys, you lost it. You lost what made it special.
I think too, the biggest thing for me was like the original one, they used a lot of practical effects.
That too.
And I think with this one, because of technology and even the advances in that world of Jurassic Park,
they've gotten lazy.
It's gotten weird, like the spheres and stuff, or the things that I was like, man, that's kind of dumb. Like even I was okay with World, but it was like, it just seemed way too advanced.
And that's the thing too, is that it's because they're and I know why. I don't need people telling me. They're banking off the obvious money making that is the phrase Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Right.
But if you had this same dinosaur concept and it just wasn't a Jurassic Park movie, it probably wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
It'd be like, this is silly and kind of stupid, but it's
it's
fun.
But it has a nostalgia word in it.
It's just that if you liked Jurassic Park, I don't think you can honestly say you like this one.
Yeah. Now, we had covered a few articles. There's two that in particular that I think were pretty amazing. The first one is the Machete, Montana woman. Now,
I got to say, I disagree with you and Mike on this one. Redhead is a plus multiple points for me.
So you don't wait. What? So the redhead makes her attractive. Okay,
yeah, but it's the fact that it's an ex who broke into my house that's threatening me with a machete. That's something straight out of a horror movie.
Okay, I can see that. Okay,
I'm not going to get bonered up for that.
But what if she drops trowel and you're attracted to her? She's attracted. Like, okay, so your ex-girlfriend is Jessica Alba, and she breaks into your home with a machete, drops trowel, buck ass naked right there, and wants to fuck.
And here's the thing: I'm not saying I wouldn't make bad decisions, but it's not going to be turning me on more so like it did Mike.
So what you're saying is but you're still going to get hard and bang.
I probably will. I'm
okay,
human.
so what's the difference here? That it's not Jessica Alba?
No, it's that I'm saying in either scenario, whether it's Jessica Alba or this chick, I'm still going to be like, this is a bad situation. It is not more attractive, and I don't want to be a part of it.
What if you're into a little like knife play while you're
fucking? I find out during the event that I'm into it, then all bets are off, and I apologize to Mike and
So
you.
what you're saying is that you don't know if you're into knife play yet because it's never happened.
I think really that's the crux of the issue.
Yeah. So like, what if like, for example, you and Randy decide to get into a little knife play. It turns you on a little bit. Would this story make a little bit more sense?
Then it would make more sense to me. Yes.
I'm making up the word knife play. I'm not sure if that's actually
that's a thing.
Is it a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was making it. Apparently I'm not making it up. This is interesting because the best quote of this whole thing, the victim told Great Falls police that he had become aroused by seeing her without any undergarments on. The man added that after ejaculating, he attempted to push Mears off of him to end the intercourse, but she proceeded to bite his arm and continued to have sex with him until he was no longer erect.
I just like that the guy had the foresight to get some photos of her holding the weapon.
So I've had a lot of like, one night stand type situations, or like, I've in my I don't want to say venture. Thank you, Thomas. In my adventures, I've never once thought, I think I'm just going to snap some pictures. Like I've never had.
It's a new world, dude. You need consent forms and everything before a date.
I don't even think that there's been times where I could even sneak a picture. This chick has a machete. And he's sneaking. Is he like got his phone like this?
I think he's obviously taking photos, and I think she's a little unstable. So he probably came up with some reason as to why.
See, here's what I think. I think this was a straight up, like they were role playing. She came over and wanted to fuck. It's an ex, right? She wanted to fuck. She grabbed the machete. They got into some, weird, like role playing type shit
scenario.
And she bit him, and he probably wasn't into that. Even though
that I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm okay with
that part of it.
It just depends on where they bite. But they got into this. It got a little hot and heavy. Got a little more maybe hot and heavy than he wanted. And he was like, "Man, this bitch is fucking crazy." And he started. And I think that's where this went because the fact that
she's crazy
got aroused without her undergarments on. Like, look, if I thought my life was threatened, and you had a knife at me, I'm not going to get hard.
Probably not.
So I'm thinking this dude was like, "Yeah, man, I'm going to get some fucking."
It's an interesting story because I want to know what else happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, we were going to get into the other one with the man without a penis, but
that'll forever remain a mystery.
Yeah, that'll be a mystery. So with that, guys, that's going to do it for the No Talent post show. And I am Ryan, and we'll see you guys next show. That's how I'm going to end it.
Fantastic.
That's how I'm going to end it.